these are not on. Oh no, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Youtubin Reuben here, Moose Camp in Moose Country, Alaska. And we got Joel from Wild West Trails, Mike from Volker Tech. We're all YouTubers. And hey, first, before we get to our experience today, the reason I got cut off the other day from YouTube was I picked up a gun and aimed it in the woods. And I didn't know that you are not supposed to, while live streaming, transfer a gun, pick a gun up, or point a gun.
No guns allowed on YouTube, except in the videos that we make.
Just live stream.
Just live stream.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool. We had a real interesting day today.
It was probably the most exciting day of moose hunting I've ever had that doesn't involve ending up with a moose.
Right.
Yeah. No kidding.
We saw, well, first thing in the morning, we saw a monster. Well, I saw it. You guys didn't see it.
I never got to see it.
There was this bull about 350 yards away, through a bunch of trees. So we're looking over a bog. We're just walking through, and there's this bog, and then behind the bog is this, there's a bunch of trees that have been burned. So there's a bunch of standing timber, and then there was a valley, or I'm sorry, a hill with a meadow on it. So a bog, a bunch of standing timber, hill, meadow on the hill, and right there, up on top of this hill, behind all of this timber, the standing timber, about 350 yards away from where we were, so we're looking up at it, was just the biggest moose I've ever seen. It was, all I could get in my scope was his antlers. And I mean, one side had 4 or 5 brow tines, the other side had 3 or 4 brow tines. It was at least, you could do pull-ups on it. At least 60 inches, probably pushing over 70. It was a monster. And then I tell everybody, "God, quiet, there's a fucking moose." Pretty much like that. There's a moose. So, and it's like, what do we do? Because how do we get it to come into us? So we do some calls. It kind of stands up, it looks right at us, and it just. I'm trying to get a straight line on it, and then it just wanders just over the ridge. Didn't take more than 3 or 4 steps. Gone. Gone.
Totally illegal bull.
Oh, it was a beautiful bull. It was a beautiful bull.
And I don't think, I am not doubting Joel. Joel was really excited. I know he gets very excited when he sees a bull.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he ran after it for a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And then, we heard it calling and stuff. And then, it disappeared, so.
Yeah, we got one person watching. So if you could say who you are, where you're from, say hi. We'd like to hear from you, and we'll continue on with our hunt. Now, that was the first experience this morning. There's more.
9:30 in the morning, or
earlier.
8:30 in the morning. Yeah, it was real early.
Really early.
What was next?
What happened next?
Did we go to the spot?
Didn't
we didn't get to the spot.
Didn't we hear one grunt before we left that spot behind us?
Yeah.
There was like a So we did some more calling and waited there for another 15-20 minutes. Didn't know if this big one circled around or if it was another one. And we do think now that it was another one, how the day went. And Mike did tell us about the next experience.
Well, I think after that,
we get up to the glassing spot.
Do we find the rut first though?
Oh yeah.
So on the way to the glassing spot, we found the rut.
We smell it first.
We smelled it before we saw it. It was the little pit that they kind of stamp into the ground, and I guess they pee on it, and
they fill the pit with urine and they roll around in it, and so you can there's a bunch of dirt. You can see where he kicked it back behind him. So there's this mud and piss all over the place.
Yeah,
very fresh, which is exactly what you want to see, actually.
Yeah.
So we were so happy to see a big muddy pit of piss.
Yeah, it wasn't too far from the glassing spot.
No,
so then we got
it was not
there,
far.
And then when we got up there, sure enough, Reuben, you saw another moose just running down the valley.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Then that one was running through the swamp, and I chased after that one. That's the one I chased after.
Yeah, you ran after that one.
I'd seen it. Joel seen it. That was the second one that we seen. That one took some steps, was in the bushes, took some steps, and was gone also.
We don't know if it was a cow or a bull, but couldn't tell. So we're sitting up there glassing, and then me and Mike go for a walk. So we're up there for a few hours, right? Probably
Yes.
5 hours, 4 hours glassing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's raining a little bit. Me and Mike go for a walk. We get, I don't know, 0.2 miles from the glassing spot,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, oh, which is the noise a moose makes when they're searching. They're trying to find the other moose in the area, and that thing starts coming into us.
Yeah, and we did kind of get some of that mud, so we had a little bit of that mud.
So we
scent
smelled
on
like a
us.
moose.
Yeah.
We had some mud on us.
It was a little the sound that they make. It does sound like that. It's like a weird. It's like a gulping, swallowing kind of sound, like a baby alligator or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's and then we hear some of that. We're making some calls, and then we hear the scraping, and it wasn't just like a little scrape. We have a little antler. I don't know where it is right now, but then we take a little antler shed that we have, and we use that to make some scraping calls, and it's like a little baby scrape. This was a big scrape.
This is a big moose.
Could have been the same one that he saw. We didn't actually see it, unfortunately.
Didn't
but
get eyes on it.
it growled at us. That was wild.
No, that was the second one that growled at us. Did they both growl at us?
No, that was there another one?
Well, on the
Oh,
way
geez,
back
I'm
there was
getting
another
lost.
one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, on the way back. That's the one that growled at us.
Yeah.
That one did growl.
You're
on
right.
that.
There was a whole
and
other
so
one.
okay,
Yeah.
so we run into one there, and then eventually he goes away. So we keep our hike, and we go 0.7 miles from Reuben, which is what we wanted to do. We wanted to make calls further away to draw him in to where we are, and we find another rut, real fresh, full of piss, mud. I was like, that's pretty good. And then on the way back, another moose comes in.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking
Yeah,
about.
another one. This one growls at us.
That's the growler.
This one goes, "Argh!" And we think it's gonna run in. Like we're taking a break. Also, we hear the like about that fast and getting louder and louder. Like, and so I'm loading the rifle. I'm like, this guy's about to run in on us. And then he stops right in the trees where we can't fucking see him.
And I could hear the growl from the 0.7 miles away. The wind was from that direction, and I could even hear it.
Yeah.
I heard you guys call, and I could hear the and I'm like waiting for a gunshot to go off.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all waiting for a gunshot to go off.
Yeah.
But so we get back to Reuben. He's been holding down the fort, and we hear something in the distance. There's something out there.
A knock.
We hear a knock, like an antler knocks on a tree, and that's what moose do. They'll knock their antlers on trees. But this one was one knock, and like some weird noises. Maybe it was a moose. Kind of sounded like a moose.
Yeah.
So we do some calls. We wait. I end up kind of sneaking on over there, and then that pushes. I didn't see it though, but
Yeah, then Reuben, you just said, like a moose.
Moose. I thought it was a
You
cow.
thought it was a cow.
Yeah, I could see
So-
the back of the body, not the head that good. It was behind some trees.
And you're like, what do we do? And it's like, get the camera. And I got my
Yeah.
camera out, and so I'm zooming in with the iPhone, and it turns its head at one point, and I thought I might have seen something, and I wasn't sure. So then I looked back at the footage, and sure enough, when it turned its head, I saw that it had little spikes on it. I thought that's a spike.
might be a
Yes.
spike.
It might have been a spike. We definitely you.
I came back and I was able to get
not
my
5
rifle on it.
seconds after
Yeah.
we saw it.
I
Yes.
was able to get my rifle on it, and I know the left antler was a fork,
Yeah.
but I don't know about the right antler because I couldn't see anything.
And I kept looking through all the footage, and
And it's just standing up there on
so
the
hard
hill,
to tell.
hidden behind trees. All I see is his butt. I had a double lung shot in my scope, 200-yard shot, easy to make.
Yes,
I
seen-
didn't pull the trigger. I didn't know if it was legal or not.
Yeah,
That's what you got to do.
we got to do it. We should not. If it's a spike on one side and less than an inch long nub, it counts as a spike. And shorter than an inch is not a horn.
Right.
So on one side you had a fork, and that didn't count. But if you have a spike just on one side, it's legal to shoot.
So it might have been legal. We might have seen 2 legal bulls today. We might have conversed with 3 bulls
Yeah,
today,
who knows?
potentially 3 or
3,
4.
4,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was cooling off a little bit today. Yesterday it was warm, and it seemed like and then a little bit of rain that got them going again.
Yeah.
They're definitely
A
moving.
lot of action today. A lot of action. but no good shots. That monster I saw in the morning, though, it's gonna haunt me.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was huge, guys.
There,
And like I I didn't want to say too much because it was just dark brown, and it was sleeping. It was kind of laying down, and I just saw the outline of its paddles. I was like, oh my gosh, oh, and you know, and I'm like, all I can say is it's right there. And what? Yeah, what? And then then it wandered off.
so the 4 days in a row, moose action.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gone a day without seeing moose.
Yeah, that is so exciting. I got a feeling that we're gonna score. We're gonna get the big one.
I hope so. This rain is gonna. I mean, it's pouring outside right now.
It's raining right now. We luckily got this awning or a canopy.
Rain is good. They're a lot more active, but this hard of a rain actually kind of beds them down for the night. So that's good for us. So they're not gonna move around too much since they're close to us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we gotta wake up early though. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Get out there before dawn and start making those calls because they are the most active. Right in the morning, right when the sun's coming up, and that's when I saw that monster. That monster was already kind of bedded down already. So we just got to get out there early.
Yes, lots of sign every. Take different routes to when we go out to the lookout place. Good signs all over the place.
Fresh
Moose
poop everywhere. Beds. There's a lot of beds. There's got to
Yes.
be. There's a lot of moose around here. We're not seeing half of them.
No, we're probably walking by them.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
walking by them all day, and they just
Yeah.
kind of sit there and keep sitting there.
Yeah, they just
till
sit there.
they
Yeah.
till they're like, well, I guess we'll get up now, and then we
Yeah.
see their beds.
So there's probably more cows than we're seeing because the cows aren't. They're usually not too active, but we've been seeing cows too.
Yeah.
Been hearing bulls, called in that spike, other bull, monster bull.
Quite a day.
Absolutely.
Wow.
We've been on a few moose hunts, Joel, and I think that we've probably interacted with more moose today than we have in the whole hunts in
Yeah.
other years.
Yeah, multiple years of hunting combined into what today was.
Yeah.
You learn a lot on days like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. 2 years ago when I hunted with you guys, it was so hot.
Yeah.
We interacted with one cow.
That's it.
Yeah, one cow. Yeah, and the cow was calling, which is cool to hear.
Yeah, it was.
It sounds exactly like the calls we make, but didn't work for our purposes.
Nope. Bulls weren't coming in.
The bulls weren't in the mood, ladies. So, and I think we're still early in the rut. I think it's still
Yeah.
very early because the
Yeah.
bulls, they seem very lethargic, kind of lazy. They're kind of making calls. They're raking, but even the raking we heard today was kind of like, meh.
Fast.
Yeah, half-assed. It's almost like they're doing it out of habit, not because they want to be doing it.
Yeah, and the young, inexperienced ones are more active right now. The mature, older bulls are hanging tight yet. They got the patience, where the young ones don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something else I noticed a couple of days ago. I said to you guys that there wasn't a lot of bird activity.
Right.
And then yesterday we saw the sandhill cranes starting to get their migration going. There was a big
Yep.
flock of them.
Yep.
And then today there were a lot more birds.
A lot of
more
birds. A lot of ravens and
ravens
gray jays.
and I even heard loons off in the distance. So everything's stirring now. They're getting ready for winter. So hopefully that
Yep.
means the rut is here. And we saw the moose ruts, so they're getting in the
Yeah,
mood.
the moose are getting in the mood. I think this weather's going to really turn them
Yeah.
because they're going to start to realize winter is coming.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
also, there's a couple of airplanes flying overhead, and when we see them circle, we think that they're circling, seeing a big bull, and they're circling to take a better look at it. And usually it's not far from where we're hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first one.
Yeah, the first one, that plane did
He's
4 or 5 circles.
Yeah, big figure eights
Yep.
and circles came around us, almost like he was
We're like,
hinting or something. I don't know, but
well,
if he saw
that would be,
us.
we wouldn't be able to hunt if he was hinting at us.
no, he wasn't
No,
hitting.
he didn't know we were there.
No,
But
but it was interesting.
it was, here's the thing. He was harassing this poor animal.
Yeah,
He was harassing it. Leave the moose alone. We would never harass them. No, we're not gonna harass them. We're just gonna take them.
Yeah.
So, if you're a pilot out there watching, just, you know,
Yeah.
there are hunters out there, guys. You don't have to harass the moose that we're chasing here. But it was interesting to see. I mean, I would have circled that many times too. That's how big that animal was. It was a monster.
Yeah. That's probably what it was, that they were just like,
Yeah.
is that real?
Yeah, is that actually right there? That's huge. Yeah, brow tines on that thing. You know, it definitely had like I said, three, at least four on both sides, if not five on one side.
You don't only need 3, right?
You only need 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one had 4 and 5. And,
Wow.
and then the paddles were big, and then everything is kind of crooked. You can tell it's an older moose. All the tines kind of wilted down almost. They all had bends in them. It's a very old animal.
Yeah. Joel and Mike taught me if you see a moose, the antlers come straight out and looks like there's enough room to do a pull up on. That's usually a good chance that the spread is big enough. I mean, sometimes how it comes up makes a big difference too. The 50 inches that we need to make it legal.
Yeah, it looks like handlebars coming out the head.
Looks like a motorcycle.
Yeah. They're huge, just massive animals. The thing about these moose we're hunting, and when we saw that little spike, I mean, 7 feet tall. Just a giant animal. And they make these little noises too.
Yeah.
Really, you would think it was a bird or a tree or something if you didn't know it.
I wouldn't want one of them bulls to come after me. I know that.
Yeah, we thought he was gonna come
Well,
in.
I mean,
Yeah.
other than come in, but not after
No,
me.
if we had one a few years back that kind of came up to us.
Yes.
It was scary. It was,
Yes.
it was not a legal
2 brow
bull,
tines
yeah.
on both sides. It was probably 40 yards away.
Yeah,
And we're just standing looking at it because, you know, we duck down, we start calling at it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fucking bull. Two brow tines.
cool. But at that point, we're just observing,
Yeah.
and then it came at us, and we're like, oh no, what do
And
we
then
do?
we stand up, and the thing looks at us and sees us, acknowledges that we're people, and keeps coming into us as if he's like, yeah, but there's a cow
I heard it.
somewhere.
I know it's there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, tense moment, but
Yeah, they're big. They're
Yeah.
stupid. Except they're not. Are they stupid?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Are they really smart?
They might be really smart.
We get a super chat.
Got a super chat. Let's see who we got now.
Chris N.
Chris N. I think he might have been on from fishing. How are you, Chris? Good. Back, you guys. Yeah. Good luck, you guys. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun being with all these animals out here. We're very lucky to have so much activity this year.
So much fun to talk to the animals.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If they respond and you get them to respond, and for those who that might have not moose hunted before, we'll do a cow call, and then take an antler and rub and bang against a tree to make another bull think that there's a bull in his territory with that cow, and to piss him off to come in for a fight to chase this bull out of the way, and that's kind of how we draw him in.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It sounds easy enough on paper, but yeah, they don't really behave that way.
No, they're not always willing to. They're not always going to come in.
No.
Maybe it's. Yeah, well, one of these days that I'm back on again. For those of you that don't know, that just came on. The other day, while live streaming, I picked up the gun. It was sitting there. I guess it was okay until I picked it up and pointed it at the woods like I was going to shoot a moose. YouTube cut me off that day, and then I was cut off for a day and a half or so. And read the policy. I didn't know any better. Read the policy. During the live stream, you cannot pick up a gun, transfer a gun, or point a gun. So, lesson learned, and that's why the headlines on this one says back out of jail from YouTube jail.
We're back out
So-
of jail.
We'll probably do another live stream while we're calling one of these days. we'll just keep the guns out of the picture in case one actually does come in.
Yeah.
So we don't have to grab it and pick it up and then get cut off.
Well, that would be the best live stream ever. Yeah.
It would be.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Chris N says, I've talked to the elk for 30 years. I believe you, Chris.
Nice.
They have nothing to say. They're interested in one thing. Just like the moose.
Yep.
Just one thing.
One thing on their mind. Where do you hunt elk at, Chris? I hunted by Vail, Colorado, probably half a dozen times. Bow hunted and then black powder. I never rifle hunted for elk.
Yeah, we hunted up in the panhandle of Idaho,
That's right.
and then I hunted in central Idaho, out of McCall.
Oh, nice.
But never any luck.
Oregon, okay.
Oregon.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us your hunting spot too much, Chris. Don't worry about it.
Well,
If it's good for 30 years, we're gonna go take a trip. It looks like.
I guess we're telling you that we're hunting in Alaska. I guess you're just. I guess you did give a.
You gave a
Well.
town there. I'm not gonna read it though. People don't need
Yeah.
to know. People don't need to know that, Chris. That's your spot. But I appreciate the insight. I would like an elk. We got elk here. There's some elk up toward Fairbanks. There's a little herd, and then it's more famous off of Kodiak Island, a Fogback Island, and that's a cool place. You have to
Yeah.
get a lottery for that, but you have to
Yes.
fly in and call them in and hunt elk. It's cool.
Yes, that's a good idea. I have not hunted elk since I started coming to Alaska. I did still hunt when I first came up here in '99, 2000. I'd do the salmon run, and then one year, and then elk the next year, and then salmon run, and then I'd always get salmon, and it didn't always get elk. It was bow hunting. So then finally, after about 3 years, I just started coming to Alaska and forgot about the elk hunting. You needed to put in for points and all that stuff, and which is not a bad thing. It's just I liked Alaska, so
Yeah.
haven't elk hunted probably for 20 years.
Well, now we're moose hunting.
Now we're moose hunting. Chris says 9 foot, 9K feet is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, 9,000 feet. Yeah. Well, wow.
9,000 feet. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that is beautiful up there. 9,000 feet.
Yes.
I think at 4,000 feet we have glaciers in Alaska. So our 4,000 feet probably looks a lot like your 9,000 feet.
Yes.
My brothers and I have called in. Yeah. What does he say? Called in about 20 or so. Oh, Chris.
Wow.
Chris, you know what? You're coming to a Fogneck Island with us. You're gonna call in 21. That's gonna be your 21st one.
Call in some elk.
Now, here's the thing I like about moose hunting compared to elk hunter here. Man, elk are so skittish. They're skittish.
They really are.
They'll run right off. And,
Yes.
and it's not like a moose where they run off and circle back.
Yeah.
They run to another mountain.
Yes.
they're gone.
You never
Right.
see an elk again for the rest of the time you're out there. But
Yeah.
moose,
And then the moose are kind of individual. Or elk, there's a herd of cows. If one spots you, they're all gone. Stampede.
yeah. Yeah, but with the moose, it's like if one kind of sees you, it kind of just, we've had that one cow run,
Yeah.
but there's still moose
Oh.
in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know this, but for elk, are there antler restrictions?
there are
Oh,
Yes, they are. I think they
in
have
some
to.
places,
Okay.
which is tough because they're so
Yeah.
fast.
That's what I was going to say that was a saving grace for the elk. Well, you see horn, okay, shoot it, but
A lot of places it is like that.
Okay.
But
yeah. I mean, I know some places with moose are like that too. But,
yeah,
it depends on where you are for everything, I guess.
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough whenever you have antler restrictions.
It's hard. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, because like today we could have killed that bull.
Yeah, but it was
But-
just not a sure shot.
No.
And you can't do it.
It would have been nice though. It would have been tasty, nice tender young meat like that.
Yeah,
Any-
we're
any
gonna celebrate
bull?
now.
Oh,
All right, let's not think about it
let's
too
not
much.
think about it.
Yeah.
It probably
We're
wasn't
gonna
a
get one
spike.
tomorrow.
It
It's
probably
okay.
wasn't.
It
Yeah.
probably wasn't a spike. It definitely forked out.
Chris says any bull in Oregon archery.
Nice. I know
Nice.
when I was hunting Idaho, Chris, it was any elk with archery.
Yeah.
You could hunt cow with
Yeah.
archery. I don't know if it's still like that, but it's not like I got one. Yeah, I did bow hunting one season. I sold it, got a rifle, and then we ended up getting a whitetail that year. So
Yeah.
we didn't go home, empty-handed. But yeah,
That was
bow
fun.
is. I'm not saying it's impossible, Chris. I'm sure you've done it. Sounds like you've done it. But geez, that is tough with the bow. You gotta get within 50. How close are you shooting, Chris? Are you a 50-yarder? You're doing 80 yards. We got Robin Hood in the chat here. Or you're able to just sit in a tree stand and let them just come right up to you. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
20 times, huh? That's pretty good success odds.
That's
Wow.
Very good.
Yes.
That's very good success odds.
Yeah.
I would keep that spot hitting if
Yeah.
I was you, Chris.
Chris, that sounds good.
We wrote it down though, right?
Yeah. That sounds good. It's only a 4 or 5 day drive for me, so for you too, actually.
Oh yeah, I guess you're
Yeah,
right.
about the same drive
Yeah.
for both of us. Now you can bow hunt moose here, and you can do it a month earlier, but there's no other advantage to it. It's still 3 brow tines.
Right.
There's no special antler restrictions.
Yeah.
So
they're,
it's
they're not even really that active.
yeah, like I could see having a bow laying around the house where if one kind of comes in your yard in August, you can go, oh great,
Yeah.
I'll just take it. But other than running into one,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna have much luck going out there. But I guess that's what it is, right? If you're just carrying a bow and arrow on a hike, maybe you see one. 3 brow tines, yeah, good luck. I don't see 3 brow tine moose ever, so the
No.
fact that we saw one today, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
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 Do you ever see a 3 brow tine moose driving
No.
around?
No.
Yeah,
No.
we don't see them in town. So we gotta go way out in the bush to find these things.
Yes. Find them and then catch them.
We gotta catch it. Yeah. You shoot it first, preferably.
Yeah.
We gotta catch them by grabbing them in, pulling them in. Catch
Pull them in, catch them.
I don't know if you watched the live stream last night, Chris, but we had a cow within 20 yards of camp come in. If we could have corralled it up, I think we'd have some bulls showing up for it once she gets in heat.
These cows need to turn it up. That's the problem. These cows, we're doing all the work. I think we're the ones getting the bulls excited. I think we're out there, jerking them off basically, and the bulls are running around in circles, being like, "Where the hell are all these cows?" And the cows are running away from them.
You're cow calling on one hill, and I'm doing it on another hill. That's gonna get those bulls excited.
The bulls are they're like, "Oh, it's on, boys! It's on. Let's me start pissing in holes in the ground." That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, it's raining. We're probably gonna go to bed here. Nothing really
Yeah.
else to do.
Yeah.
Make some
Well,
coffee.
hey, thanks for tuning in and chatting, and I think it's raining probably, so it ain't gonna be good to sit around the fire tonight. It'll be in the rain. I mean, it could, but
Yeah, the fire's actually still going.
yeah, there's another chat. What, Can you read that one?
Yeah, Chris N, how many bulls per square mile? That's a good question, Chris. We were doing the math. I don't remember the ratio off the top of my head, but I think it's 7 to 1 elk to moose. So whatever you have for elk, we have 1. Basically, it's 1 moose per 7 square miles, I want to say. I have the ratio written down, Chris, but it's a lot more spread out than elk are. But like where we're hunting here, we've seen 3 in one area, so
Yeah.
it kind of depends where the food is.
I think we're above average here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
we're
think
above
so.
average here. So if there's a lot of food, you'll get a denser population. But the problem with the biologists in Alaska, Chris, I'm sure you know about the biologists. They'll extrapolate across huge areas in Alaska, and just go, okay, it's 7 moose or it's 7 square miles per 1 moose. But that huge area includes swamp and beach and mountaintops with glaciers where the moose don't live. So their math isn't quite accurate enough. You really have to take into account the foliage, like I said, the food sources. But it is less than elk. It's a lot less than elk. So we need a lot more land. We called one night and heard 15 bulls. We're in the spot. Holy
Wow.
crap. Yeah, well, you know, we got 3 bulls here, at least. That
Yeah.
we can confirm. So let's just extrapolate that. 15, we have 3, so what is that, 5 to 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, and I said 7 to 1.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Between 5 and 7 to 1.
Nice.
Elk and moose. Yeah, the math. Hey, look at that. 2 guys. We're better than the biologists here. Look at that.
Real. We're real.
I did spend 2 years in a bio program.
Well, we got, you know,
I'm half a bio.
we have an
a quarter
educated
bio.
biologist. Good. Comes down to the time in the field. The most time in the field knows the most.
That's absolutely correct.
15 bulls in one spot, Chris. I hope you got one that year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, show that. Mating spot. You can't say mating spot on YouTube. That's funny. They held that for review. They didn't like that word. Yeah, I allowed it, Chris. We can say mating on this chat.
Yeah. I'm probably a little bit under the watch right now.
Yeah. Right.
So
Mating spot. Yeah, that's funny.
Meeting spot.
I can see how that could be misogynistic in some circles.
Okay.
That's an interesting question. You think moose are misogynistic? They really only want one thing.
Might be.
They might be kind of misogynistic. Very aggressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
very
Yeah.
aggressive.
That's something to consider. LOL. Nice. We got a laugh. Nice, Chris. All right, I think we're
All
going
right.
to call it there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, hopefully you see you tomorrow night. We're planning on doing it again. I'll schedule it when we are going to do a live moose calling out in the field
Yep.
in moose country here. So I'm going to be good to myself so I can be good to others. 1, 2, 3.
Yes!